So it's time for game 2 and the Nats are up 1-0. I mean, this improbable and unlikely postseason run for the Washington Nationals, similar to 2019, continues. They won the wildcard game, they went on the road. I mean, hell, they were the 5 seed going into this damn thing, beating the Giants, beating the Dodgers, and now it is game 2 in Queens here in the National League Championship Series. If you missed game 1, well, go check that video out, but here you go. It is game number 2. If the Nationals can win this one, you go back home to DC up 2-0 for the Mets. Almost a crucial and almost a must-have here in New York. You don't want to go back to the district down 2-0, where of course we'll get games 3 through 5 if needed, and if needed again at games 6 and 7, we'll be back here at Citi Field. The pitching matchup for tonight, you got David Peterson going for the New York Mets, and you got Alex Wood going for the Nationals, so 2 lefties on the bump. The Nats will have Josiah Gray, by the way, going for game 3. And folks, if you have not yet, make sure that subscribe button down below for some more MLB22 The Show here on the channel as we get game 2 of the NLCS underway from Queens. Making the start again for the Mets will be the left-handed pitcher in David Peterson. 1 start so far in the postseason. He got the no contest, 6 innings pitched, 4.5 ERA. He will see Tim Anderson first, who leads the Nationals in average right now, actually second, barely behind Josh Bell in the postseason. Of course, with average, he'll ground out to his opposing shortstop right there in Francisco Lindor. As we take a look at the Nationals starting lineup, it will be Anderson, Soto, Reyes, Bell, Ruiz, Thomas, Brujan, McCutchen, and Harrison. Against the lefty tonight, that's the reason for no Luis Garcia. We want to get as many right-handed bats in the lineup as possible because you see our other left-handed bat in Juan Soto is going to strike out. So Franmil Reyes comes up now on the 2-2. Reyes is going to pull a slider into left field, but that ball will be caught and left by Mark Canha. 1-2-3, top of the first for Peterson. We go to the bottom of the first. Here is Alex Wood. 1-1 record in the playoffs. That 1 win comes from the wild card game. ERA of 2.31 over 11 2/3. Need that continued success here tonight against the Mets. Starting Marte's up first, and he's going to get jammed on that slider in on the hands. Easy first out, pop out to Tim Anderson. Luis Guillorme now comes up on the 3-2, and Guillorme is going to walk. So runner on first for the Mets with 1 gone for JD Davis, the 3-0 spot on the 3-2. That one's going to get by Vidal Brujan, and it's going to go all the way to the 335 fence in left field. The New York Mets will have runners on second and third with 1 out thanks to the double by JD Davis. Now to the plate, Polar Bear Pete Alonso. Oh my goodness, where are you going? Give that guy a manual. Way too early in the circle change. First strikeout of the game for Wood. He's got 2 gone in the inning, and Francisco Lindor barely hits one over the head of Josh Harrison, and that's going to plate 2 runs. The New York Mets get out on top early. Lindor knocks 2 in. It's 2-0 for the Mets. Carson Kelly now in the 2-2 count, hits 1 to right field. That ball is going to die as well. New York's got yet another hit. Eduardo Escobar now comes up on the 1-2. He puts 1 to right field. There is Juan Soto. The Nats get out of the bottom of the first, but not before giving up 2 runs. As we go to the top of the second, Josh Bell up first, and Bell's going to strike out on the slider. Real quick update on the Nationals in real life. What are we doing, guys? I mean, losing the Marlins now, I feel like just every day I come on here and it's like, okay, the Nationals lost again. What is it, 6-game losing streak? 7? It's getting ridiculous. It's getting bad. I mean, Josiah wasn't bad as Lane Thomas is going to rip 1 in right field. The man kills left-handed pitching. Lane Thomas is on with a 2-out double. Can we bring him in or at least cut the lead right now? Vidal Brujan, big at bat in the 3-2, and they walk him. I mean, they can't get Brujan out, so we'll take it. Runners on first and second. Here comes Andrew McCutchen on the 3-1, clutch walks. So we load him up for Josh Harrison. Here we go, 2 outs. Here on the 1-1, Josh hits 1 to short. Lindor's gonna cut it off. Oh my goodness, what a play. Francisco Lindor saves a run. He keeps the Mets up 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. There will be a ground out to Josh Harrison. But again, the Nats in real life, it's getting bad. It's getting real bad. Josiah wasn't horrible. We got shut down by Sandy Alcantara. And why the hell did we have, Josh Bell and Yadiel Hernandez getting thrown out at home on back-to-back plays? That was ridiculous. Something needs to change. It's like Bob Henley's still our third base coach. I don't get it. But the Nats get out the bottom of the second back in the video game. We start off the top third with Tim Anderson. Perfect. Anderson deep left center field. That ball's up, and it gets out in a hurry. Oh, Peterson hangs the sinker in the middle of the plate. Doesn't really hang it, just pitches it right down the middle, and Anderson's going to take him yard. 406 feet in the center field for Tim Anderson. He's been so good in this playoffs. He'll make this a 1-2 ball game, and it sucks because Anderson's likely not coming back to the team next year. A, he's going to demand a really high contract, and 2, we have Brady House coming up. So, I mean, it's the last hurrah for Tim Anderson, even though he only played one season for us, and he wasn't really good in the regular season, but he's batting lights out in the playoffs right now, well above 350, as with one out of the inning, Franmil Reyes is going to bloop one to right field, but against the shift, Franmil Reyes always finds ways to hit balls in right field, and somehow he's going to be on with a triple. It's a one-out triple for the reigning NL MVP in Franmil Reyes, bringing Josh Bell up on the 3-1 count. Bell hits a slider into deep center field. That ball's got some carry. Going back on it is Starling Marte. He's finding the fence, and he'll barely make the play. But, of course, Franmil Reyes will tag as Josh Bell hits one like 406 out into center field. The Nats tie this game up at 2 apiece. Keibert Ruiz now comes up on the 1-2, and Ruiz hits one on the ground straight to Francisco Lindor. But the Nationals get those 2 runs back. They've tied this game up. As we go to the bottom of the third, Luis Guillorme up first now for the Mets. Thank you for the call right there, umpire. I mean, is Angel Hernandez back there? I don't know, but one gone in the inning on that lucky strikeout from Alex Wood, and now that ball is going to be flied into left field. Of course, J.D. Davis, the batter, hits one to Andrew McCutchen, so 2 down now for Polar Bear Pete. He is still hitless in the NLCS, and that hitless streak will go away right there. Pete Alonso going to hit one into center field. He'll be on with a 2-out single. Alex Wood, by the way, 65 pitches right here. Lindor is going to keep that pitch count going up because he will extend this bottom of the third. Runners on first and second thanks to back-to-back hits from Alonso and Lindor. Carson Kelly, though, is going to strike down the circle change down by Wood. Let's go to the top of the fourth, tied at 2. Lane Thomas up first in the 1-1. You know how he hits against left-handed pitching, but right there, not his best swing. It's going to be a ground out to Eduardo Escobar. One gone for Vidal Brujan. He walked in his last step at. This time, Brujan hits one right field. That ball doesn't carry far enough, though. Dom Smith is out there. 2 gone in the inning for Andrew McCutchen on the 1-2. McCutchen batting .059, not great. That's only going to go down because he's going to fly out in left field to Mark Canha. To the bottom of the fourth, we now head. Eduardo Escobar, the switch hitter, up first on the 1-2 count. Escobar hits one in to left field. Anderson dives to no avail. So Escobar's on with a leadoff single. Mark Canha now comes up on the full count, and Canha hits one into right field. That one is going to get down right before Soto can get there. And just like that, the Mets have runners at the corners with no outs in the inning for Dominic Smith. Lefty on the 3-2. Smith flies one to right field. Soto is under it. We're going to see if the Mets make the tag. They will. Soto throws it to Josh Harrison, and Harrison to the plate. We're way too late. Okay, so the Mets take a 3-2 lead. Starling Marte now up with 1 gone in the inning. He'll strike out on that slider, low and in by Alex Wood. And now Wood will see Luis Guillorme on the 1-2 count. Guillorme hits one into left field. It's these weak base hits from the Mets that keep dropping in front of Nationals outfielders. It's yet another base knock for New York. Runners on first and second. No outs. 91st pitch right here for Alex Wood. And that one's lined to left field, but Andrew McCutchen just doesn't catch it. It went right to him. I mean, it's a hard hit ball, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the exit velo was great there, but it's an error of McCutchen. He just doesn't catch it. Okay, I mean, like, I don't think Josh Harrison makes that error out there. I don't think Andrew Stevenson makes that error out there. And now we're down 4-2. To the top of the fifth, we get that out going to Josh Bell. We lead off the top of the fifth, though, with Josh Harrison. Harrison finding a way to get on base. We'll take it. We need a base runner on in this inning, and that guy will be Josh Harrison. Can Tim Anderson get on as well? It hits the high fastball into center field. Starling Marte barely having to move out there. We'll make the play. 1 gone for Juan Soto. Soto's 0 for 2 in this game, trying to get his first base knock. Did he hope in time? Yes, he did. Soto walks. Runners on first and second with 1 out for Franmil Reyes. The Franimal on the 1-2 hits one up the middle. That ball does not get through, and the Mets turn 2. I mean, if that ball gets through, we score a run. Anyways, though, bottom half of the inning, out comes Luis Avila on the left. You will see his second game here in this playoffs. His first batter will be Francisco Lindor, and on the 2-2 count, Lindor will get jammed in the sinker. It will result in a pop out into right field. Soto down the line makes the play. 1 gone in the inning. 4 now. Carson Kelly, the catcher, on the 1-1 count, gets a high breaking sweeping curve, but Tim Anderson is going to bail out Luis Avila. He robs Kelly of the hit. What a defensive player out there by Tim Anderson to keep Kelly off base. But unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about this. Eduardo Escobar, deep left field, deep left center field. Basically that same exact spot where Tim Anderson went yard earlier. Escobar's first home run of the postseason puts the Mets now up by 3 runs. It's 5-2. Mark Canha now comes up on the 1-1 in the former Oakland Athletic. He goes deep right field. Oppo shot. Deep right field for Canha. The Mets go back-to-back. 409 off the bat for him. Just like Escobar, it's his first home run of the playoffs. The Mets go up by 4. Dominic Smith now lefty-lefty. And the Mets go back-to-back-to-back. 3 straight. Dom Smith goes lefty over Luis Avilan. Not the appearance you wanted out of Avilan here. I mean, Smith, Canna, and Escobar all hit their first home runs in the playoffs, and they all do it in consecutive order. So there goes Avilan, an absolutely horrific appearance for him. Out comes now Andres Munoz, who, let's be honest, was not much better. This guy struggled a lot this year, like an ERA of 8. He was in AAA Rochester for a while. He will get his one out, though, of Starling Marte, but man, the damage has been done. The New York Mets up by 5 runs, 7-2. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and the leader of the book club, and Josh Bell's going to ground out to third base. Escobar over to Alonso. One gone now for the switch hitting catcher in Keibert Ruiz. Ruiz lines, though, in the center. That's a good hit ball by Keibert Ruiz, but it's just going to end up right in the glove of Starling Marte. So 2 down now for the lane train. On the 2-2 count, Thomas gets around the fastball, but 2 hard hit outs to end the top of the 6th. Will do it for the Nationals. Still down by 5 as the Mets now get JD Davis up to the plate with 1 gun. Munoz, of course, still the pitcher for DC, and he's going to get the fly out right there. Under it is going to be Andrew McCutchen. 2 gone now in the inning for Polar Bear Pete Alonso on the 3-2 count. Alonso just stares at strike 3. I mean, be my guest, Alonso's acting like Angel Hernandez is behind the dish, so okay, I don't know why he's complaining about that call, but we now move to the 7th inning. Seth Lugo comes out to pitch for the Mets. 5 innings so far in the playoffs, 0 ERA. Vidal Brujan works a 3-1 count, and instead on the 6th pitch of the AB decides to get under a fastball. Pete Alonso's going to take it. 1 gun in the inning now for Andrew McCutchen on the 2-2, looking to break his slump. Oh, that's one way to do it. Oh no, it happened again in this series. Oh, it happened to Chris Bassett, I think, the last time we played the Padres. How the YouTube Shorts got it took off, got 2,000 views, which is good for the Shorts channel. By the way, go subscribe to that if you haven't yet. But Lugo is going to have to be removed from the game because his cheek might be broken. I mean, I don't think so. I think it hit like the dome of his head. I mean, this is likely going on TikTok, and also follow us on TikTok too. But like, is he all right? Can someone check on Seth Lugo? Instead, oh, here comes Miguel Castro. Like, all right. Cool, we get a hit. McCutchen finds the most violent way ever to get a base knock, but we'll take it. Somehow he ends up on second after a pass ball, and instead Harrison hits one up the middle. I thought that ball was getting through, and instead it didn't, so great to be us. McCutchen's tagged out at second. Harrison's now at first for Tim Anderson on the 3-1 count. Anderson's going to draw the walk. So runners on first and second here for the Nats. Now up to the plate will be Juan Soto. We need a huge hit out of him right here. And Soto hits one deep right field. The PCI is absolutely horrible. I mean, I'd even hit that ball, and somehow it's out of here. I don't deserve that. Like, this is like a moonshot event home run off a common pitcher. We'll take it. We'll take it any way we can get it, though. 388 feet for the chosen one in Juan Soto, and that's a huge home run. I mean, the Nats cut the lead now to 2. It's 7-5, a high-scoring affair. Soto gets the scoring back on for the Nats, and now the plate will be Franmil Reyes. But first, here he comes. Edwin Diaz still at the Mets, ERA of 5.21. You remember the Kurt Suzuki home run? Oh, what, 4 years ago? And now Franmil Reyes says, see you later. Slider right down the middle, deep center field. That ball's up in his way out of here. 444 for Fran Ram, the reigning NL MVP, hits his second of the playoffs. It's a huge shot because the Nationals cut it to 1, and with the guy on the mound right now in Diaz, we can 100% tie this game up because look who's up. It's the reader, Josh Bell on the 1-1. Perfect Bell, opposite field. That ball's up, it's out of here. We go back to back to back. Anything you can do, we can do better. The Mets did it earlier in the game. Those 3 home runs, they'll only produce 3 runs. Ours produced 5, and the Nationals, once down 7-2, tied up at 7-7. Josh Bell and Franmil Reyes the back-to-back solo shot. Soto with the 3-run bomb. Can Keibert Ruiz make it 4 in a row like we're in San Diego? He can't. But the Nats tie it up at 7 here in the top of the 7th. Let's go pitch in the bottom of the 7th, and it'll be the former Los Angeles Dodger and Sky Alexander, the lefty. 3 games pitched so far in the playoffs, 3 innings. No runs given up, so Lindor comes up first in the 1-1 count, and Francisco Lindor hits one right center field. Lane Thomas is there to make the play. 1 gone in the inning. Now up for the Mets will be Carson Kelly. 2-2 count for the catcher. Kelly blasts one deep center field. Lane Thomas going back at the wall. That ball's gonna get down. Kelly's going to be on with a 1-out double. Thomas got to get it in, but yeah, Carson Kelly's on with that 1-out double. Now up will be Eduardo Escobar on the 3-1 count. Escobar draws the walk. Runners on first and second, 1 outs for the Mets. Now to the plate, Mark Canha. He went yard in his last at-bat. This time, Canha lines one left field. That gets past McCutchen, and the Mets retake the lead just like that. It will be 8-7 for New York, and now they've got runners on second and third. Still only one out for Dom Smith on the 1-2 count. Dominic Smith hits one right to the shortstop, and Tim Anderson, the Nationals, have the infield in it, and it'll pay off. So runners on second and third now. Matchup-wise, we want our former closer and Kyle Finnegan to pitch this one. Just need one out of Kyle right here. One out right now. It's Starling Marte on the 2-2 count. Got him. Finnegan gets out the inning on the splitter down. The Nats still only down by one. Stefan Critchen now comes out a pitch for the Mets. Hopefully he's like similar to Edwin Diaz. All I'm saying. Lane Thomas comes up first in the 1-1. Scorches one to first base, but there's Pete Alonso. One gone in the inning. Down to the plate for the Nationals will be Vidal Brujan. Still hitless in this game, which has actually been a rarity so far in this playoffs, but he's going to fly out into center field to Marte. Two gone now in the inning. The batter will be Andrew McCutchen. Clutch in the 2-1 count. Why we swung, can't tell you. To the bottom of the eighth, we go. The Nationals down to their final 3 outs. Zach Britton now comes out a pitch for the Nats. We just need 3 outs out the lefty, and we gotta hope we can do something in the top of the ninth. So we got no outs here in the bottom of the eighth, but runner on first, and we're gonna turn double play ball right there. Brujan to Harrison. Harrison to Bell. 2 down in the inning. The batter now for the Mets will be Polar Bear Pete Alonso in the 2-1 count. Alonso in a center field. Lane Thomas is back, and he is there to the top of the ninth. The Nats need to play at least 1 run to keep this game going, 2 to take the lead, and coming out for the save will be Trevor May. 1 opportunity, 1 inning so far in the playoffs. He got that save, and he pitched a scoreless inning. So Josh Harrison's up first. Bad swing to start. 1 gone just like that. May gets the first batter. Tim Anderson now in the 3-2 count, and Anderson hits one right center field. That ball's got some carry. Going back to the track and the wall. It's going to get down. Tim Anderson with a 1-out double. Runner in scoring position for the Nationals, and you know who's up. It's the death lineup in Soto, Reyes, Bell. 1 on the 3-2 walks. Okay, we'll take it. Go ahead, run to first base. Franmil Reyes now comes up. He's the NL MVP for a reason. 3-2 count. May looks. He deals. Reyes is going to blast one. Oh my goodness. Franmil Reyes. It's foul. It's foul. Oh no. 3-2 count, and he strikes out. Oh no. Man, I mean, Josh Bell gets a shot on the full count. Bell lines one deep center field. That ball is going back, and oh, it's gonna be caught as well. That's your ball game. The New York Mets survive. 8-7's your final. And the series goes back to our nation's capital, tied up at 1, but my goodness, man, I thought we were going to come away with that. So many points. The Franmil Reyes foul, I mean, man, that almost got out. It was like 5 feet outside the pole. I mean, that's at the crazy 7th inning. 10 hits, not enough. The Mets get 13. It was those 3 straight home runs, though, honestly, that Luis Avilan gave up that kind of did it for us. But we almost came back with 3 of our own in a row, but again, just wasn't enough. The Nats lose 8-7, one of the craziest postseason games you will ever see. And now we'll move on to game number 3 tomorrow night from Nats Park in Washington, D.C. You're not going to want to miss it. Josiah Gray, by the way, heading on the bump for your Nationals. And folks, thank y'all for watching episode number 27 of the Washington Nationals franchise mode here on MLB 22, the show. If you haven't yet, though, make sure that subscribe button down below for more. Make sure you leave a like if you are enjoying this series. You folks, thank y'all for watching, and Mamba forever.